Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a question and answer while I'm doing a face mask, and I'll be doing the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Clarifying Mud Mask. You may hear some noises in the background. My boyfriend's in the other room playing a game. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting on the face mask, and then I'll ask the questions or answer the questions. Whoops. How's your day going? And I do have a few questions so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better. I'll be out of frame for just a second. I'm just wiping the face mask off my hands. Can you hear me okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull up the live stream on my phone. I made a whole list of questions that I think would allow you guys to get to know me better. The first question is, are you dating? And I am. I have been with my boyfriend for almost 6 years and just a few days. His name is Danny. And then the next question is, how old are you? And I am 23. I'll be 24 in a few months. And then the next question that I have on here is, do you have kids? And I don't have any kids. And do you like summer or winter more? And I prefer summer only because I don't like it to be extreme cold like it is right now. We actually have a lot of snow outside, up to like past your ankles. And I don't really like snow like that or the cold either. I'd rather just stay inside with the AC than have to worry about freezing being outside. Do I have siblings? Yes, I have 5 siblings from my mom and my dad, and then I have 3 siblings with my stepdad, and then I have a whole bunch of like adopted siblings that I've just adopted into my family basically. And what is my dream career? This one, I actually do not have an answer to. The reason for that is because I still don't know what I want to do for my dream career. So I'm still trying to figure that out and like look within myself to find the answer. There we go. And what are my plans for the future? My plans for the future are just to be happy. Wherever God takes me, I just want to be happy and successful, but I would be fine with just being happy. Am I old-fashioned? In maybe some senses I am old-fashioned, but most of the time I'm not really that old-fashioned. I have more of a, I don't know what you would call it, but like a modern outlook on certain things that I would definitely not consider to be old-fashioned. Oh, and I did find these questions online only because it was just easier for me to find them online, and so I just wrote down the ones that I think would help you guys have more insight into who I am as a person and get to know me. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I'm not sure if my mic on my laptop is working or not. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading the paper. The next question that I have is, would you save the life of a homeless person? Why or why not? I would most definitely save the life of a homeless person. I mean, they're a human being just the same as I am, just the same as anyone else is. The better question for me is, why wouldn't you save their life? If you could wish for anything or do anything, what would it be? There's so many things that I would wish for. This one's kind of a hard one to answer, but one of the most important things that I would wish for is being able to have more time with loved ones who have passed now. And, being there for them. Are you the type of friend that you would want as a friend? I would definitely say I am now. I wouldn't say I was a bad friend in the past, but I definitely have learned things, going forward into life that maybe I didn't know or realize or whatever whenever I was younger. But now I would say that I'm definitely the type of friend, or at least I try to be the type of friend that I would want personally. Are you always nice to people, and do you expect something in return? I try my hardest to be nice to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. And so I try my hardest to be nice to everyone. Is that me saying that I'm always nice? No. There's been multiple times that I haven't been probably the nicest. But I try my hardest to be nice. Oh, and without expecting anything in return either, except for the only thing that I would expect is the same basic, like, respect or kindness. So the next question that I have on here, oh, and if you guys have any questions, you can type it in the comments, and whenever I see it, I'll answer it too. The next question is, what is the hardest thing to lose? And again, this one has a lot of different answers to it that I could go into, and I still feel passionate about those answers as well. But I think one of the hardest things to lose is an important family member that, has been in your life for your whole life, and then you just lose them suddenly. That's one of the hardest things to lose. The next one is kind of a little bit long, but I really like this question, and so I just wrote it down so that I could read it to you guys and then answer it. When heading to work, you encounter a situation that you feel the need to help out. A cat is stuck on a tree, but your boss has threatened to fire you if you're late again. Do you save the cat and lose your job? Why or why not? Now, this one, of course you want to keep your job, but at the same time, you can always find, in my personal opinion, you can always find another job. You can't replace a life that was lost because you left the cat in the tree. You can't replace that life, and it's still a life taken. So personally, I would probably be late to work, even if it meant risking my job or completely losing my job, because I can always find another job. But leaving the cat in the tree would probably bother me for the rest of my life. And I would feel so bad for leaving the cat in the tree whenever I could have helped the cat. So I would personally stop and help the cat, even if it meant losing my job, because I can always find another job, or I can always do something else, but I wouldn't be able to get over leaving a cat in the tree just because I would be a few minutes late and then having that cat die as well. Some of these are pretty deep questions, or just deep questions, but I did add a few here that are more lighthearted, just so that it wasn't all serious. So the next one is, do you like coffee? I actually really do like coffee a lot. I actually have recently been making this coffee that has this sweet cream foam or whatever it's called on top, because I got a milk frother recently, and I have been using that to make the sweet cream on top, and it's really good, really, really, really good. Like the best coffee that I've ever made or ever had either. Actually, I just made some before this video, and I drank it before I started the live stream. And the next question is, what was the last movie that you watched? The last movie that I watched was actually with Danny, and we watched The Shadow of the Moon on Netflix. It was really good. It didn't sound too good whenever we read the description, but it was really good once we watched it and finished it. The concept behind it is a little bit interesting. My next question is, what is your favorite animal? And I go back and forth between dogs and cats on this one. I, for the longest time, have liked dogs and didn't think that I liked cats at all. It's not really that I didn't like them at all. It's more that I didn't like them as much as I like dogs. Not even near as much as dogs. But now, between TikTok and YouTube and all the other social media platforms, I recently have been liking cats more. Just seeing the cat videos and everything versus the dog videos. I still love dogs, but I think I have a soft spot in my heart for cats now. My next question is, what are my favorite TV shows? Number one, and probably foremost would be Grey's Anatomy. I have finished the whole season twice now, and before I watch the new season, I want to go ahead and rewatch all of the other seasons first, just to make sure that like I'm in the vibe of watching Grey's Anatomy, and also that I don't miss anything that maybe I forgot about, because it has been a while. I've been watching it over the past 4 or 5 years since I've been here with my boyfriend. My next question is, have you ever lost someone important to you? I actually have. I've lost a few people who were important to me. So I have lost people who are important to me, and that's not just through them passing either. There's been other people that I've just, lost from my life as well. Do I cry at sad movies? Yes. I'm actually really an emotional person, so it doesn't even have to be super sad for it to make me cry. If there's one sad scene or a relatively sad scene, I'm probably shedding some tears. I actually used to, and I still struggle with it sometimes, but I actually used to not like that about myself, that I'm so emotional, because I'm then, crying at everything basically, or getting my feelings hurt at everything or whatever. But I just think now that it's just who I am as a person. And I wouldn't be, Crystal if I wasn't that emotional, or, wasn't affected by things like that. My next question is, do you miss anyone right now? And this one, it's much like a few of the other ones. It has multiple, different people involved in it, but I actually do miss a lot of people. For one, I have family in a different state that I haven't seen, in a few years. A few years might be too much, but like a year to 2 years probably, and I miss them a lot. My siblings I miss a lot. So there are people that I miss, a lot. I know I've said that 2 times now, or 3 times, but yeah, so I miss those people, and wish that I could see them or whatever, but at least we have, phones and live chats and video chats and all of that. It helps a little bit. The next question was, are you always happy? And no, I'm not always happy. I have sad days. I have sad moments. I have days where, I don't really just feel like it. Like, I don't feel, happy. My next one is, are you impatient? And this one, I would have to say there are a lot of things that I am impatient about, but there's also things that I'm more than patient enough for. So it depends on what the thing is, and then it also depends on how I'm feeling that day, whether or not I'm patient or whether or not I'm impatient. And I will say it also depends on who it's from as well. Like if it was from a baby or a kid or something, I obviously would have a lot more patience than I would if it was for someone who, I don't know, was older, like an adult or something, if it's something that requires more patience. I actually only have a few more questions, and then I'm going to end the live stream before I take off my face mask, just because it's going to be a little bit more of a hassle to remove it on camera. So I will be ending the live stream before I take off my face mask. But I do have, I think, 3 or 4 more questions. The next one is, do you forgive easily, and why or why not? This one is a little bit more of a difficult question, because recently I've come to realization that I actually have a hard time forgiving people, and it's not even really the forgiveness part. It's more like holding on to negative feelings about someone, or whatever the case is like that. So I have recently come to like the realization that I need to forgive people more and be better about that, because I don't know, I realize that God is really forgiving of us, and as long as we repent and mean what we're saying and actually try to be better, that's just the basics. There's a lot more that goes into it, but He forgives us for all of our sins. So why am I not forgiving whoever has like hurt me or wronged me or whatever the case is? Just for, I don't know, however many times it was, once, twice, three, whatever it was. Why am I still holding on to those feelings, like those negative feelings of the person that, did that to me? You have to let things go, not only for yourself, but I think for the other person as well. And so that's something that I've been working on recently and praying for, God's help with, is to forgive everyone who has hurt me or wronged me or whatever, and to be able to let go and move forward. My next question is, what is your favorite drink? And this one is hands down, it's my number one is Pepsi, and then I know I said my favorite one, but right behind Pepsi would probably be my iced coffee that I was talking about earlier with the sweet cold foam, or however you say it, on top, or even a Frappuccino. Any of those three, especially Pepsi's, that would make me extremely happy. If you ever see me and you want to be nice or something and you give me a Pepsi, that would make my whole day, probably my whole week. And then my last question for this live stream, and then I'll go ahead and end it, is, what is your favorite thing about yourself? And I think that my favorite thing about myself, there's actually a few different things that I really, really like about myself, but one of my favorite things about myself is my kindness, because I always try to be kind to everyone. I try to like help as many people as I can if I'm able to, and I don't know, I feel like I said it earlier, but you can never really say it too much. I feel like you never know what somebody is going through, and your one act of kindness, no matter how small or big it is, could change their life. It could literally change their life. You never know what somebody is going through. You never know if just smiling at them in the grocery store would make them rethink whatever they were thinking about, or if it would just make their day, or maybe they had people being mean to them all day and they just needed one person to be nice to them. So that's probably the most favorite thing about myself, is like my kindness. And also I have a really big heart. And that's another thing that I really like about myself as well. And so that was all of the questions that I had on the paper right here. And so now I am going to go ahead and end the live stream today. I am going to try to be better about posting on this on this channel. I know I said that whenever I first posted my first video, but I just was really, really nervous and didn't know what to film, and things of that nature. So if you have anything that you would like to see from me on this channel, which I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but on this channel I also updated my bio, and also have posted some streaming videos of games, because I've recently been getting more into at least some certain games. So I have been streaming some of those games as well on here, because I just really like them. Like one of the ones that I really like is Valorant, and then there's Fortnite. And I haven't streamed this one either, but there's just a few different other games that I really like Destiny 2. I used to play Call of Duty a little bit, but I'm not really a big fan of that one as much as I am the other ones. So I did include that in the bio as well. So if anyone has any suggestions for what they want to see on this on this channel again, then definitely go ahead and leave a comment, or you can DM me on Instagram, which should be linked on my channel. And I would be more than happy to go ahead and make that video if I'm able to. And yeah, so I am going to go ahead and end this live stream. It was nice to be able to just answer some questions and provide a little bit more insight into who I am as a person. I hope that you guys got to know me a little bit better and that you decide that you want to stick around for the channel and for the journey with my channel as well. I'm hoping that I'm a little bit nervous. I'm sure you can tell because I'm saying a lot. But so I would really like it if you could stick around for the journey, and I'm sure that I'll get better with time as it goes on and as I get more comfortable with speaking to a camera and speaking to a lot of people, a lot of people on, watching me at once or watching my videos and everything. So I am going to go ahead and end it now, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that it's not too cold where you are, and if it is, I hope that you're staying warm and that you have heat and everything else.